Championship Wrestling Television is on the air, and we welcome you. I'm your host, Matt Rhodes, and here today we're going to be talking a lot more about Thanksgiving Thunder that'll be held on Thanksgiving night at the Appalachian Fairgrounds, Gray, Tennessee, 7 p.m. bell time. We're just a little over 3.5 weeks away from what is going to be the biggest night in the CWA's history as we present the first annual Thanksgiving Thunder. Tickets all already on sale at Evermore Comics. That's our normal ticket outlet that is on East Center Street, just a block away from the Civic Auditorium in Kingsport, Tennessee. Those tickets are on sale there now. Also at Powers Coffee Cafe and Express, right off Bobby Hicks Highway in Gray, Tennessee. Tickets are on sale there right now for the Thanksgiving Thunder event at a great low price. So be sure to check out our 2 ticket outlets right now to make sure you get your tickets and a front row seat for Thanksgiving night at Thanksgiving Thunder at the Fairgrounds in Gray, Tennessee. We're going to talk a lot about that here today on Championship Wrestling Television. And speaking of Thanksgiving Thunder, as you notice here to my right, we have a brand new championship that is debuting that night. Well, that belt has arrived, and here it sits. The brand new, beautiful Championship Wrestling Alliance United States Championship. Gorgeous belt. And we're going to see Alex Winters and Jason Kincaid duke it out on Thanksgiving night for this belt right here. But in the meantime, we're going to go to the ring, and we're going to show you a great contest that took place back at Steel Cage Showdown between the real deal Chase Owens and Jason the Gift Kincaid, with Chase Owens' Contenders ring spot on the line. This match was a heck of a match. Let's go to that footage right now. To new heights in the future.
That's right, and the 2 guys in the ring right now definitely have a huge future in store for them. Chase Owens
got a pin here. Not to cut you off.
Sorry. He's already been looked at by the big guys. You know, Chase Owens has had that tryout, has looked at those guys. Those guys have told him what to do and how to get better, and Chase Owens is getting better, which is scary because he's already one of the best.
What a monkey flip right there from Chase Owens, sporting a new hairdo tonight. The real deal, showing the athleticism right there. He could bring it to you in numerous amount of offenses. High flying, down on the mat, submission style wrestling, grappling. This kid can do it all. And Jason Kincaid's another guy in the back that kind of has the same similarities. He may not have the amateur background that Chase has, but Jason can do it, can bring several different types of offenses in the play in a match. That's what makes this match so unique. Here we got a roll up here, 1 and a 1 count, and Jason kicks out right there. And, well, somebody throwing a little temper tantrum here.
Now, we talk about how successful Jason Kincaid's been. It's usually in tag team ranks. You know, OMF holding that title, like you said, for almost a year, being undefeated. Chase Owens, a former television champion here in the CWA. Look at these 2. These 2 have scouted each other very well. Of course, I don't think this is the first time these 2 have met, is it, Matt Rhodes?
This is the first time they've met in singles competition. This is the first match, one-on-one they have met in tag team matches. My mind goes back to Cranberry, North Carolina. Tony Givens and Chase Owens teamed together to take on OMF Incorporated. That's the only interaction these 2 gentlemen have had. First one-on-one match between these 2 here in the Championship Wrestling Alliance, or anywhere for that matter.
And so far, it's been everything you would expect and more. These 2 really putting on a wrestling clinic out here.
Takes him down here, and Chase trying to get up and over here. The athleticism keeps up there.
Chase Owens, of course, trained by one of the best tag team wrestlers in the history of professional wrestling, Ricky Morton.
Head scissors applied on the mat here by Jason Kincaid, and wisely trying to drag him to the center of the ring, but Chase slips out of it in the process. A side headlock, both men back to a vertical base. Well, not for long. Jason driving the boot into the knee of Chase Owens, taking him down to 1 knee. Now Jason trying to battle out. While the athleticism of Jason Kincaid is amazing.
Nice clean move by Jason Kincaid. Kind of surprises me. You know the guy's intensity. You know that he has no remorse. Of course, you remember back a few months ago when he almost put Tony the Dragon Givens out of professional wrestling. But the guy can definitely mat wrestle. He can wrestle. He can go off the top ropes, be a high flyer.
Well,
and he's got a little bit of power in
Jason Kincaid right now is more focused than he ever has been, I think, in his professional wrestling career. You know, losing the World Tag Team titles, you know, in Jason's mind, kind of getting overlooked, kind of, you know, not getting a shot. at a national title. I think he'll be receiving a national heavyweight title shot in the near future, from what I'm hearing from the boys in the back. Here's a pinfall, but Jason Kincaid's been walking around the back with a chip on his shoulder. Jason is one of those guys. He comes in the locker room, even on his side of the locker room. He's very quiet, but he associates among his friends, and that's the stable of Knights of the Round Table. Well, the past few weeks, you look into his locker room with the Knights of the Round Table, he's just kind of sitting there in the corner.
He's scary quiet.
Just staring a hole into the wall, and it's quite scary, to be honest with you. And this guy is focused, and when he gets on a tirade, he can do some damage to an individual.
Well, I'll tell you what, with Jace Kincaid, the way he sits out there, he's like a psychopath. He's just sitting there staring at his victims.
Yeah, Jason Kincaid. And look at this unique maneuver here by Chase Owens. And these guys have exchanged blows here in the submission holds. And that's unique right now. Body scissors applied to Chase Owens.
Here's a big forearm shot right there on the Chase Owens. The strongest part of your body is going to be your jaw, and he's testing Chase Owens' jaw right now.
Yeah, he definitely is. You see a side headlock applied here by Chase Owens. Nothing fancy about that offense.
No, and I love this kind of offense. This is great classic wrestling. This is what pro wrestling is all about. It's not a bunch of flashy, pyros and stuff like that. It's great wrestling inside that ring, and Chase Owens and Jace Kincaid are having a fantastic match that, again, both men have been very clean so far.
Wrestling is a lost form, to some others. It's entertainment nowadays. Well, we have the slogan, sports entertainment, my ass, here in Championship Wrestling Alliance, and that is indeed lived by all of our competitors.
Wow, Chase Owens with a great amateur move right there with a sit-out. And again, look, Jason Kincaid, Matt Rhodes, just broke cleanly.
I know it, and that's the unique thing about this match. Jason is not really broke a lot of rules, and that's what you're accustomed to seeing from Jason, but he's not really broke many rules. Kind of surprised. Now to a rear waist lock applied here by Chase Owens, and takes him over. The wrist lock locked in here. Now back to the head scissors.
I like how Chase is kind of going old school, showing off why he was that number one ranked Virginia wrestler.
Man, these guys have had a spar back and forth. It's been a great match so far, but neither one has the advantage to their favor.
5 minutes remain in the match.
We got 5 minutes left in the 15-minute DVD time limit, set for 15 minutes here. Bobby Mack making the announcement. These guys have had a fun 10 minutes, but you can't, like I said just a second ago, you can't tip the momentum meter either way with these guys. Chase Owens has had his share of offense. Jason Kincaid has had his share of offense. It's been down the middle so far, what we expected it to be right here.
Yeah, 15 minutes for these two guys, you could have a 3-hour time limit, and these guys can probably take it all 3 hours. They are just that good, and they know each other that well from all the tag team wrestling that they've gone against each other with.
That's where the youth comes back into play. These guys can go at it for 3 hours and not get blowed up. Where you take, some of the older guys, and no disrespect to them, but they can go, as long as the younger generation of wrestlers of the CWA.
That's right, and for the fans that have only been around for a year or so, they might think that Jace Kincaid is out of his element and not being in a tag team match. But when Jace Kincaid first arrived on the scene, he was in a bunch of single matches. Of course, he had that famous I Quit match against Young Gun Cody Isis.
Jason Kincaid, when he was signed in January of 2009, the Championship Wrestling Alliance Board of Directors had seen a lot of film of this guy out of West Virginia, where he's from, and Jason Kincaid, primarily a singles wrestler, had held many singles titles throughout West Virginia. I guess it was until his alliance with Chris Richards, probably one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of our era, where he's seen the success with tag team gold. Jason Kincaid's just that good, whether it's singles or tag team. And same for Chase Owens. Chase Owens has had a lot of success in the tag team ranks, just never been a champion. This guy's been a part of some successful teams.
3 minutes. 3 minutes remaining in the match.
Three minutes left, as you just announced there. Time slowly ticking away here. Back to square one, collar and elbow, but Jason cuts him off quickly. Knee to the midsection. There's a forearm shot. Now he's starting to get aggressive. You see the knife edge chop, and there's a forearm and a stiff one right there in the back rake to Chase Owens.
Now Jason Kincaid is starting to show you shades of the Knights of the Round Table, starting to bend those rules a little bit more.
Snapmare takeover keeps him down here. Now Jason going for a high knee drop. Nice agility. Nice height right there. Goes for a pin, hooks the legs, both legs, and a kick out at 2.5.
That would put away a lot of people, Matt Rhodes, but Chase Owens was not one of them.
Version of the crucifix applied here by Jason Kincaid. And Chase Owens' body being stretched here. Both arms being stretched back up the way they were intended to be stretched, folks. Chase trying to battle out. He's close to the ropes, but I don't know if the ropes will help him. Needs to try to get up to his feet and try to break this. That's what he's doing so far. Oh, he rams him head first in the top turnbuckle. That's Chase Owens for you. He's very smart. Oh, what a spinning heel kick. Taking Chase out. Now Jason quickly rolling for the cover. Hooks the leg. Brandon Cox down. 1, 2, and a near fall at 2.5.
1 minute. 1 minute remaining.
Oh, we got 1 minute left here. How quickly time has evaporated. They'll say it, time flies when you're having fun and when you're having a great match. Time is flying by here. We got less than 60 seconds. There's a series of forearms and an uppercut to finish it off.
30 seconds. 30 seconds remaining.
30 seconds remaining. Chase kips right back up to his feet. Forearm shots. We see this to Tony Gibbons last time Chase Owens was here. Clothesline. Clothesline. We're ticking down here. We have to be close.
10 seconds. 10 seconds remaining.
There's a kick to the face.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
DDT! DDT! And the bell rings. And this match has ended in a draw. What a DDT. The match is over.
Time has expired. The referee's official decision, a draw.
Dvorkin, the founder of Consolidated Credit. For almost 2 decades, Consolidated Credit has helped millions of Americans just like you. We've helped nurses and doctors. We've helped police officers and firefighters. We've helped homemakers and home builders. We've helped over 5 million people suffering from credit card debt. And now we want to help you.
Consolidated Credit is the one company you can trust. Our exclusive Freedom Quest program can help you find options and solutions to your financial challenges. We can reduce your monthly payments by up to 50%, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, save you thousands in interest and fees, and help you get out of debt fast.
When credit card debt is the problem, we're the solution. We've helped over 5 million people. Let us help you.
You're one call away from financial freedom. Call Consolidated Credit now.
Call toll-free 1-800-469-0769. That's 800-469-0769. Call now.
Back at Steel Cage Showdown, we saw an exciting tag team match take place inside the Steel Cage. We saw Stephen Berry and Jeff Conley take on Lucas Angel and Jeff Baker. Well, as reported 2 weeks ago right here on Championship Wrestling TV, Stephen Berry is out indefinitely with an injury sustained to the hands of Lucas Angel when he suffered 2 tombstone pile drivers inside the steel cage. We saw GQ Flawless make his way to the ring and pretty much decimate Jeff Baker, but Lucas Angel had the last laugh. Right now, GQ Flawless is standing by, and let's hear from GQ.
Fans, don't miss it Thanksgiving night when the spiritual advisor of the Knights of the Round Table go against their former bodyguard, GQ Flawless.
Well, you know what, Bobby McElrath? You get a guy like Lucas Angel, yeah, he's big, yeah, he's bad, and yeah, he's strong. But then you get a guy like GQ Flawless, who's simply built like an Adonis. It looks like I'm sculpted out of granite, for Christ's sakes. Then you want to go against, he's supposed to be so holy, he's the holy one? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm the flawless one. And we're both going, yeah, we're both rookies, we're both inexperienced. Who's going to be the breakout rookie of the year? And I'll tell you who that is. And that's the only flawless superstar in CWA history. I'm going to prove to you and the whole world exactly why GQ is simply flawless.
Don't miss it, fans, Thanksgiving night.
This is footage you were never meant to see. It's Apocalypse, the Second World War, the first completely new film history of World War II made in decades, now preserved forever on DVD. Shot by soldiers and civilians from both sides of the war, 50% of this footage has never been seen before. Smithsonian says it will forever change the way we look at the war. Get it now on 4 DVDs for just $59.99. But wait, call with your credit card and you'll pay only $39.99. Do it in the next 10 minutes and we'll pay shipping and handling. Don't see World War II secondhand. See it for yourself. Get Apocalypse on 4 DVDs for just $39.99. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll ship it for free.
Call 1-800-928-6276 to order Apocalypse, the Second World War for $39.99 and receive free shipping when you call in the next 10 minutes with your credit card or order online at timelife.com/apocalypse.
We're back on Championship Wrestling Television, and folks, let's take a look at the Contenders Ring for this week for the Championship Wrestling Alliance. Coming in first is the party boy Keith Knox, who will challenge Strong Style Redneck Chris Richards Thanksgiving night for the world title. Tony the Dragon Givens, he's also still in the Contenders Ring for this week. Former 8-time World Tag Team Champion Ricky Morton, he holds on to his spot again this week in the Contenders Ring. The real deal Chase Owens, the man who will face Sigmund at Thanksgiving Thunder, be defending his spot in the Contenders Ring. Well, he remains in the Contenders Ring this week. Last but not least, GQ Flawless, he'll be facing Lucas Angel, defending his spot at Thanksgiving Thunder. That should be exciting. We'll have more on those matches here in a moment on Championship Wrestling Television. But right now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But don't go nowhere. We're back with more Championship Wrestling Television right after the break. This is Matt Rhodes with the Championship Wrestling Alliance telling you about a huge night of wrestling action Thanksgiving night at Appalachian Fairgrounds in Gray, Tennessee as the Championship Wrestling Alliance presents the first annual Thanksgiving Thunder. In the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, we see the Strong Style Redneck Chris Richards defend his title against the party boy Keith Knox. Plus 7 huge matches, live music, and a fun-filled night of family entertainment at ChampionshipWrestlingTV.com. See you Thanksgiving night.
I've talked about it right here on Championship Wrestling Television a lot. I've talked about how much it meant to me the night that I won the CWA World Heavyweight title. How I'd worked 9 years to get to it. 9 long, hard years in a professional wrestling ring. And you know, I was going over the stats on a piece of paper, and the stats, they look great for Thanksgiving night. Keith Knox versus Chris Richards for the CWA heavyweight title. Keith Knox, you look like a Greek god. The stats read 6'4", 250 pounds. I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. You're ripped, you're chiseled, you're jacked, but you're a mental midget when it comes to professional wrestling and when it comes to getting in the ring with a guy like me, because the thing that the stats doesn't show on the piece of paper is ring time, experience, on the road, being in the ring, the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the work that I've put into it. I've said you're a mental midget when it comes down to being in the professional wrestling ring, Keith Knox, because you're getting in the ring with a genius, a man that was trained by the best, a man that knows how to get the job done in the ring. And the man that has the best stats of them all, 6'7", 315 pounds, Boilermaker drinking, fine cut dipping, 100% American ass kicker, the CWA heavyweight champion. And I'm going to be, after Thanksgiving, still going to have the belt. I'm talking about the strong style redneck, Chris Richards.
I'll tell you what, folks, last Saturday around midnight, I pulled up close to the television set and tuned into Haunted South TV that airs right here on the Tri-City CW4. And if you watch us each and every week, you saw our old friend John Hawkins, now known as John Edwards, talking about the premiere of his television show, Haunted South TV, and what a great show that is. John Edwards now is the lead investigator for Beyond Paranormal. And a huge announcement to pass along to the wrestling fans that may know John very well. He will be appearing at Thanksgiving Thunder, Thanksgiving night at the Appalachian Fairgrounds in Gray, Tennessee. John coming back home to the Championship Wrestling Alliance. One night he's going to come out, he's going to meet the fans, he's going to talk about Haunted South TV. And it's a great chance for fans of maybe John Hawkins Promotions to see John Hawkins, or John Edwards as he's known by now, one more time inside the CWA ring. So come out Thanksgiving night. John Edwards is going to be there. Great night of wrestling action. We've already announced 4 huge matches. We're going to announce the 5th one right now. We're going to see huge tag team competition. #1 contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships. We're going to see Tony the Dragon Gibbons team up for the very first time with the Army Specialist Jeff Conley to take on the team of Skylar Cruz and Gavin Deering. Dangerously Cool. This should be an exciting match, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been added to the card, a #1 contenders tag match for the World Tag Team Championships to take place at Thanksgiving Thunder on Thanksgiving night. Now let's run down the rest of the card. In the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, we're going to see the strong style redneck Chris Richards, 6'7", defend the title against the television champion, 6'5", big party boy Keith Knox. That is billed the biggest match in East Tennessee wrestling history. The men besides are the 2 biggest around, and they're 2 of the best around, and Chris Richards being the best, the World Heavyweight Champion. World title on the line Thanksgiving night. Also, this belt right here, the beautiful new United States Championship, will be on the line for the very first time since its incarnation in the CWA, as Alex Winters goes one-on-one with Jason the Gift Kincaid in what could be match of the year for this United States Championship. So be there Thanksgiving night for that match. Also, we're going to see 2 huge contenders ring matches, ladies and gentlemen, as we see GQ Flawless, the newcomer to the CWA, who got in the contenders ring with a lucky win over Jason the Gift Kincaid. But he's been defending that spot, and he hangs on to it again this week. But will he hang on to it after Thanksgiving night? He faces Lucas Angel on Thanksgiving night at the fairgrounds. Also, the real deal Chase Owens, the man from Bristol, Virginia, to take on the pride of Huffing Hart, Germany, Sigmund, for his spot in the contenders ring. Chase has held on to that spot now for nearly a year inside the contenders ring. And you know what? He is ready for a World Heavyweight title shot. And I think if he defeats Sigmund at Thanksgiving Thunder, he could be the next challenger for the World Heavyweight Championship. But Sigmund, a top contender here in the CWA, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, will not be an easy opponent for Chase Owens. That's the card announced so far. Check out our website, ChampionshipWrestlingTV.com, for more information on the card, for events coming to your area, and check out the merchandise and roster pages on ChampionshipWrestlingTV.com for all the updates on your favorite CWA stars. And don't forget, tickets already on sale at Evermore Comics, just a block away from the Civic Auditorium, Kingsport, Tennessee, and at Powers Coffee Cafe and Express. Bobby Hicks Highway right next to Subway in Gray, Tennessee. Great low price, front row tickets still available for Thanksgiving Thunder. We're just 3.5 weeks away from what is the biggest night in Championship Wrestling Alliance history. So get your tickets now for Thanksgiving Thunder. We'd like to say thanks for joining us here today on Championship Wrestling Television. I'm your host, Matt Rhodes, and we hope to see you back here next week. Same time, same place on the Mountain Empire's #1 professional wrestling show, Championship Wrestling Television. We'll see you next week.